Ladies and gentlemen, can I get your attention for a moment, please? And thank you. I would like you to collectively, please, stand and let's welcome our guest of honor, Major General Louis MacKenzie, one of the greatest Canadian soldiers to ever serve this great country. And General, I would like to take a minute and introduce you to our head table, the people that will be joining you for dinner.
Come on, Pete.
Oh, we're missing one or two.
Yeah, I know, I'm coming.
This is Ed Slants, immediate past president of Branch 641. Yeah. This is David, our public relations officer, and current branch president's wife, Debbie Serena. Branch president, Dave Serena. This is one of our favorite people, Bill and Lena, his wife. General, this is each year during our this gentleman and this gentleman are from Coldwell Banker. Each and every year, when Pam and I tour the east coast of Canada, we donate our time to as much as 24 different branches. And each year we try to get a sponsor to pay the banner, pay a portion of the fuel costs. This year, Keith Sennett and Roxroy from Coldwell Banker were our sponsors. And we wanted them to be here tonight to thank them personally for their kind donation and their sponsorships. General MacKenzie. This is Cheryl Ferguson, my mother-in-law, and her friend, retired Navy. What rank were you, Duncan?
I was in 52 but I've only done part of the service. When Haldier decided he was going to do his thing, he went there and I went down there.
And this is Kathy Johnston, our branch secretary, our zone secretary. Which one are you this year?
Both.
Both. Branch secretary, zone secretary. And we have another distinguished veteran, Jerry Cleary, and his wife, Jean.
Joan.
Our Joan. Jean's his other wife. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give this microphone to General Lou MacKenzie, and I know he's going to want to say a few words. And General, you will be the first to be served food this evening, so please take it away.
Well, please sit down, ladies and gentlemen, please, please.
Thank you.
It's always a treat to come to 641 because if there was a competition, I think probably this branch is be voted the best Legion branch and most successful branch in Canada. Any number of the legions are struggling, but certainly that's not the case here. I don't know if it's the proximity to the beer store or location, but doing really well. You know, I don't want to take too long, but I have to say that every time I'm involved with a function like this, I'm reminded of the fact how different the public reacted to the situation and our sacrifice in Afghanistan compared to previous conflicts, including the 28 soldiers who were killed in the Balkans. I think I have a theory as to why the public has reacted the way they did. Because everything from wounded warriors to true patriot love dinners to Soldier On to the Highway of Heroes to equine canine therapy, and I'm involved with everyone I've mentioned, including yoga warriors, not one of those ideas or concepts was thought of here inside the Ottawa city limits. By that I mean National Defense Headquarters or politicians. They were, and I hate the term, but I'm going to use it, they were grassroots movements. Ordinary citizens of Canada that decided they were going to do something. And that's something for TPL, for example, the True Patriot Dinner, where I'm a co-chair, raises around $4 million a year. And the fact that we've left the combat role in Afghanistan, I thought the attendance would go down. We're sold out again this year. Why? Because it's become an event to be seen at. High society Toronto has to be there. And they want to be seen to be there. And that's just great, because it makes a lot of money. And my theory, for what it's worth, came home to me when I helped out the 18-wheeler going across the country with the portraits of honor of the 158 soldiers that were killed in the Afghanistan conflict. And you walk along the walkway of this 18-wheeler, and there are paintings there of each of the soldiers. What makes it so different is that you recognize every one of them, because that was the picture that was on the front page of newspapers. Whereas in Korea, even World War II, they were numbers, there were names, but we didn't have the communication in those days to in fact reveal the face of the individual to the public. The soldiers called them their death phone. They all had their pictures taken before they went overseas. And then that picture, that was always the black humor that soldiers used, that picture is the one that's going to be in the paper when you're killed. But it made it so personal. We recognize these young men and women. And that's why something like TPL, I mean, not TPL, the Highway of Heroes, that was just a bunch of keen, dedicated supporters that lived close to the 401 between Trenton and Toronto. And then it started to grow. And people started to drive in from farther away. And then, as only can happen in Canada, when ABC did a special on it, on the American network, and it became world famous, then people started flying in to line up. And having participated in a couple of those runs with grieving families, you have, well, you do know what a positive impact it has in helping them get through the period of mourning. Very, very, very effective. So all that to say that Doug and Pam, Canadian citizens, saw a need, had the desire, raise around $40,000 to $50,000 a year, do their Eastern tour, 3 of these banners before this one, 14 Wing down in Greenwood, the CFB Halifax base there, and I'm a vice patron of the Order of St. George, so I should have known that, and I didn't. Order of St. George, when I saw the picture, one of the sponsors on number 3, that was given to Peter MacKay and ended up going to Afghanistan. I mean, that's not just an idea that's, you know, we're going to work for a couple of days on this. This has been years of commitment, and I can't thank them enough for representing any number of Canadians that have such a tremendous attitude and support towards our Canadian military. I didn't call my second book "Soldiers Made Me Look Good" for nothing. It's true. When I had it screwed up, we didn't do that. Once again, thanks a million.
Ladies and gentlemen, he likes to be called Lou, so how about a hell of a round of applause for Lou? General, if you wouldn't mind, You're the first to be served,
At the head table.
and then the head table.
Are gonna join you.
I'll follow the head table.
Come on up.
I'm an old soldier, I gotta eat
We'll get
last.
everyone at the head table up, and then we'll get everybody else through.